Welcome back to the Blue Chip Breakdown. It's day 2 of the Tennessee Volunteers 2023 Fall Football Camp. And, we're just going through some of the same drills. Definitely expect to see a little bit more crispness today. Maybe just, maybe a little bit of tiredness from these guys. Obviously, I think that they had 2 practices yesterday. I think that they're going 2-a-days, if I'm not mistaken. And these are just the morning practices. So, you might expect to see a couple of little hiccups here and there, just from probably just being tired. But so far, so good. I mean, everybody looks crisp. This is when we definitely get in shape for the season. All these reps, especially when you're just exhausted, your legs feel raw, all of that. This is when you get better. This is when we really turn into a football team. We're building our depth chart up slowly, and making the decisions on who's going to be playing where, first, second, third string, who's going to be rotating in, all that good stuff. So this is a very exciting time. We got to hear from the tight end room today, and we also got to hear from Jalen Smith. That was our first time hearing from him, Jeremiah Thielander, and I'm sure that there will be more today, but, I had to get this video out, so those are the only ones I was able to listen to. But, I mean, they all just carry themselves so well. I'm just so impressed with the way that they speak and, with their mindset. This coaching staff has done such a beautiful job of going out and getting great talent. But it probably even means more that these guys have a good head on their shoulder and their mindset is just laser focused. They just seem like they're like 23, 24 years old. And, this team, this is really, really special. I think that the 2023 class and the 2024 class that's coming in, I think that those are for sure going to be championship classes. But as quiet as it's kept, I know some people might not be on the same page with me on this, but I think that we can for sure win a national championship this year. We have it all. I mean, look at this pass here. Now, Keaton's got to make that catch, and maybe the pass needs to be able to come down just a little bit more. We can see it from this angle here too. That was a really nice route, but if your hands get on it, you got to make the catch. So I'm just saying, again, this is only second day of fall camp, and there's another miss. It's kind of making me look bad, but those are really, really small things. You want to get this stuff out of the way early. And from what I heard from everyone that was out at practice yesterday, we looked really, really good in the team drills. So that's the most critical thing, is that we look sharp when it really counts. And usually the offense is gonna, they're gonna be the ones that are gonna lose early on, but it sounds like the offense was winning. Does that mean that the offense is just great, or does it mean that we're gonna have a problem on defense? I don't know. It could be a little bit of both. But I do know one thing: we've got a phenomenal coaching staff, and they're going to get this thing figured out. Nico just looks so smooth back there, man. He's such a humble kid, but he just balls. I mean, he's just an absolute baller. This is the running backs here. It's our first real look at them. You can see we've got a lot of great-looking athletes there. That's Jalen Wright. I think right now he's slotted as the number 2 guy behind Jabari Small. But I wouldn't be surprised, man, if he ends up being the starter. He was a little bit more of a home run threat, in my opinion. And this guy right here, Dylan Sampson, he's another one. I kind of want to call him a change of pace back, but he's not even necessarily that. He's just a little bit smaller. But he still runs tough, still runs hard. And, we've got a ton of options, man. I think that running back room is as deep as we've had. Since I can't even remember a time that it's been as deep as it is right now, but we are literally 6, 7, 8 deep of guys that are guys. John Campbell looks really, really good. Really impressed with him. He's starting at left tackle. Look at that. I mean, his footwork is tremendous. A lot of speed, a whole lot of burst and pop. Cooper Mays looks like he's gained some weight. Probably, I would say maybe 10, 15 pounds. I haven't heard anyone talk about that specifically, but it does look like he's gotten bigger. Sprags is looking good. Dane Davis. Ollie Lane, that whole crew, man. The offensive line, in my opinion, is really starting to look a lot better. Gus Hill's looking good, and this is my freshman right here, Aiden Bustle. He spoke yesterday. He talked about losing some weight. He said he came in, I want to say at maybe 315. He lost some weight, and then he's got back up to 300 here currently. We like our offensive linemen to play about 315 and up. So, he's definitely going to have to fight and work to get that weight back on. It's really tough to do at this time of the season because you're just sweating and running and doing so much stuff. It's really, really tough to be able to gain weight. Even sometimes it's difficult for some of these smaller guys to even maintain weight. So we'll see. I think that he is going to be a guy that's going to contribute for sure. Big Sham, a couple of y'all were asking about him. He's looking good. Like I said, Ali, Masai Reddick, Brian Grant, and I think number 51 might be Vyson Lang. He wasn't listed, but Vyson Lang was listed as number 52. So come on, man. We got to make catches. So if anybody does know who number 51 is, please leave that down in the comments section. I also wanted to talk about, I've been watching some of Florida's fall camp, and I really feel like we look so much better than them. They just look dead, man. Like they just look really, really flat. I guess that maybe that's a better term to try to use, but I mean, there's no music playing out there at their practice. I mean, it's no fight, it's no it's no pop. And I think we're going to go down to the swamp this year and just manhandle the hell out of him. I think we're going to beat them by 3-4 touchdowns. I think that we are at least 3 to 4 touchdowns better than Florida is this season. But we do, for whatever reason, we struggle with Florida pretty much since Spurrier has been there. But I feel like Coach Hype is turning that around, and we don't have to worry about that no more. So I need for y'all to have positive energy for that Florida game, man, because I think that that's going to make a big, big difference. If you can get down to the swamp, obviously we need all the help that we can get there, but I think that that's going to be a blowout. If y'all ever watched fall camp from any other team, please leave that down in the comments section and let us know. I haven't been able to get around to any other teams. I just kind of started off with Florida because that one popped up, but I do want to see how everyone else looks. And just look at this guy here, Wesley Walker. I think he's a for sure starter at safety, without a doubt, with no question. And it's going to be rapid fire here with the defensive line. I just, we talked about this yesterday too, guys, but I feel like we just look so much better this season. I mean, we look a lot fuller, we look a lot stronger, a lot leaner. There's a lot more pop. I know that when Coach Pruitt was here, he was saying it's just not enough pop out there. And he was exactly right with that. You can hate him or love him. I mean, I don't particularly care for him, but he was right on some of the things that he was definitely saying. And there was just no pop. There was no oomph. There was no strain, no effort. And now you're seeing it. And, this might be like an oxymoron, but it's like it's an effortless effort, if that makes sense. It's just like a very natural thing that they're putting out there. So I'm super excited. It's just day 2. And, there are a couple of things that I've seen kind of going through these films, and I'm like, we're kind of getting sloppy here and there. But again, it's just day 2. A lot of that is just because guys are really, really tired and their bodies have to get acclimated to it. I would expect for tomorrow, day 3, probably, honestly speaking, will be a little bit worse with the Christmas. But once they come back, I think that we're going all the way up until Saturday, and probably coming back maybe Monday or Tuesday. Once we come back, I would expect to see a very, very sharp, very, very crisp team. So we can be looking forward to that. But that is pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank y'all as always for tuning in. A lot of y'all said that y'all like the names and everything down there. Names and numbers is a good way for everyone to learn all of our new players, especially because we have had so many different jersey, like number changes and everything like that. But thank y'all as always, man, for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. It's going to be a huge season, and we are really, really looking forward to it. Make sure to like, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.